YouTube's happening. It is Monday, April 14th, and we're going to talk about baseball. There are 10 games on the slate today that we got to talk about. We're going to break these games down, look at outliers, see if we can find some value, all the good stuff we always do. Little breakdown of yesterday. You can see how we did. We get Adley right, the Nerfy right, Gore, Sancho, Nerfy, and Freeland all were right. Overall, Green Day, we will take that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 and 5. Barely positive, but hey, better than nothing, right? We'll take it. So if you want the plays typed out, all you got to do is go check out the HQ. Spreadsheet for baseball is completely broken right now. I added a little too many formulas and it stopped working completely. So we're trying to fix that right now. So what can you do? Right. Hey, there's a lot of stats in baseball. Did you know that? So I might have to hire somebody. I don't know. It's about that time. We got to bring in the big guns because I can only do so much. So, oh, buddy. Anyways, so yeah, we got 10 games. We're gonna break these down. Let's jump to the first game right now. All right, first game on the slate is gonna be Washington and Pitt. You can see it's 215 Pitt with a 7 total. Let's go ahead and pop over here. Who are the pitchers today? Well, looks like we got Brad Lord and Skeens. Oh, it's all Skeens day. Yay. It means we're going for pitching house, baby. Let's go with them props and see what we got cooking over here. This is Outlier. Link in the pin comment, click and sign. Get you a week 4 free. Worth that. Got to open Skeens. Got to open Brad Lord. I'm going right to Skeens because, yeah, everyone in Mama going to be taking a strikeout. 6.5, sure. We've been, where are the pitching outs? You bastards. It's like they caught on. They're like, no pitching outs for you. Shameful acts. That's what they are. That is shameful. He allowed 6 hits. And you are facing ye old Washington, who, yeah, let's go matchup. Let's break this down. Skeens, 11-3, 196. How has Washington been against Skeens? Not much information against righties last season. You see how they did. Flip it, Brad, Pittsburgh versus righties. You can see what they did against Brad Lord. They never faced the man, so no data there. So what do we want to do? There's only 10 games. I will probably have about 8 to 9 plays. I'm going to tell you right now. Man. Okay, so those are his 3 most recent games. 7, 6, 7. Yeah, 6.5 is a nice number. It's 145 for a reason. I would love strikeouts. I mean, pitching outs if I can get them, but 6.5 strikeout doesn't sound bad. I mean, last season he hit this in 7. He averaged 7.2 all season last year. He hit it 65% of the time, and when he missed it, he barely missed it. So I like the fact that he's pretty close. Only 2 games he didn't come close in his whole career so far. So yeah. We'll rock with Skeens in the 6.5. I know it's gonna be a very chalky pick, but hey, what can you do? I'll take it. Skeens over 6.5 Ks. Not bad. We'll rock with it. Washington is a good team against strikeouts. We know that much. Can I have any part of my spreadsheet working? Strikeouts wise, no, they're actually striking out 9.7 times and 8.5 times in the season. Yeah, we'll take. Yeah, we'll take Skeens. I don't want to take Brad Lord. Let's go look at the bats just in case anybody look good. Ruiz, man, that's some wild amounts of juice. That's all over the Josh Bell. Ruiz again, HR against Skeens. I don't know. We'll just take Skeens strikeout. We'll be chalky next. Our game 2 is going to be San Fran and Philly. We can see it is 116, 8.5 bizarre total. I do know the records are working, so at least we could pull those up because none of the last 10's working. That's what broke the main part. I do have 25 in a way, but everything else is just. So we'll use this 11-4, 9-6. I do know all that's correct. None of that's broken. So because I checked all that already. And then I can even go over here and just open up a schedule and see Philadelphia, San Fran. San Fran's been cooking. Philadelphia's 9-6. Yeah, I know they're 5-5 in the last 10. I know they won yesterday. I mean, I know they lost yesterday because I had them yesterday. Good stuff. San Fran is 11-4. Yes, they are. Good deal. So all that's right. We can work with that. Let's go to the props. Who's pitching today? We're going to have Brandon Roop and Dijon Walker. Cool. Let's go to props. Let's get them pulled up. Let's see. Not this game. This game. Boom. Dijon. That's all. I don't care about the injuries with starting pitchers. Don't care at all because you're going to pitch. Let's see, Tuesday, second liners for Suarez. He's thrown 10.2 scoreless. Well, yeah, he's been absolutely dialed in the last 2 starts. My God, how many innings has he pitched this in? 10.2, nothing. Yeah, dude's been cooking. Strikeouts 4 and 5. Now, given it was Colorado and Atlanta, so 2 of the bottom teams. Atlanta's Atlanta, but Colorado, we know how Colorado is for sure. So, no. Let's look at the hits. Actually, before all this, let's go into the matchups. Walker, San Fran versus Walker. You can see what they've done. We got some decent numbers. They're okay against lefties. They are cooking right now. They've been hot. Let's see what else we got. Philly, swap sides. Philly versus Roop. No history. Nothing for us there. Okay. So if anything, you probably just want to take Walker to keep cooking under 3.5. Wait, earned runs 3.5. Huh? Huh? That can't be right. 2.5 is that? Yeah. Are they expecting this man to get blown up all of a sudden because he was rough the end of the year, but now he's been cooking? Like what? I question the logic there. I question it a lot. Last 5 earned runs. You can see the earned runs. You can see the walks. We'll see the hits, strikeouts. No, nothing there. Hits. No, I'm not taking it. Against San Fran, against Philly for you. No, no, I just no. Yeah, you've been okay, but no, I don't. Let's go to bats. Anybody cooking? Who's doing well with the bats? Let's take a look. Man, Mondays are rough, aren't they? Jung Hoo Lee's been pretty good, and that's about it. Tremsky's got 200 numbers. That's too high for me. Yeah, he's been pretty good overall. Can we see how he has done versus Walker? 3 at bats, 300. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Why is his line so high? Why, good sir, why is your earned runs 2.5 with a minus 160 next to it? I ain't buying it. I mean, San Fran is cooking, but come, man, I don't know. This is a weird one. I'm leaving it alone. I don't know. I don't trust this one. Pass. Move on to the next one. Next up, we got Boston and Tampa. Currently is basically pick 'em Tampa 115 with an 8.5 total. Let's go over let's look at the records. We can do that. 8-9, 4-7, 1-7, 8. You can see that there. Let's look at who's pitching. Is going to be Hawk and Baz. Are we sure Baz is going out today? He was supposed to go yesterday, but it didn't. But whatever. I digress. To the props. Let's look at them both. History, shall we? Let's see. Baz versus Boston. There you go. Bregman is 7-14 still against Baz and only 7 at bats. Pretty good with 2.1. Yeah. Casas has 2 home runs and 5 at bats. So either one of those will be good. You can see the rest of them. We'll swap sides. Pop over here. Tampa versus Tanner. You can see the numbers. Nothing as impressive as the other side. What was those numbers? That was Bregman and Casas. Let's go and just pull those 2 up just because. Why not? There's Trevor Story. There's Casas. Hello. Bregman, where you at, buddy? Where you at? Where you be? You way down here. Why are you so far down? Okay, Bregman. I mean, come on now. Damn, dude, you are struggling. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Struggle. That's fine. We're looking at numbers here. Baz out 17.5. He's been good as long as he don't get roughed up. I had this last game against Angels. As long as he don't get beat up too bad, they're gonna let him pitch. So over 17.5 is 6 innings. Basically, can he go 6? Because they'll pull him some occasionally. So I love that play already. Strikeouts, I'm not touching. Hits, I'm not touching. Let's see, earned runs. Again, I'm not. I mean, he's been good. He hasn't given up 3 earned runs in 9 straight games now. He is facing Boston, so who knows? Who knows what's going to, especially in that weird outside park. But hey, I think outs is the way to go. I think I'm going to go with that. Oh, Tanner, what you been up to, buddy? There's your numbers for your outs, hits, no, earned runs, walks. None of that looks good. Let's go look at the 2 bats we pulled up. Casas. Yes, 7 of 10, not bad. But all you need is half an HR, and you have a good history against Baz. That's pretty decent. And then let's look at Bregman, who is kind of 1.5 outside of his game against St. Louis. He's been kind of struggling, only 40%. So we're going to leave him alone. Now, do we want Casas or do we want Baz outs? I think I'm going to go Casas. How many bats you been getting recently? You get a lot of plate appearances. That's what I want to see. And we only need a half for a 150. Let's go for it. He's got only 5 at bats with 2 home runs. Yeah, we're gonna go Casas. Damn it. Over. Come on, over 0.5 HRR. Hey, do anything. Get a hit. I don't care what it is. Hit, home run, RBI, whatever. Just get something. Get on base, get a run. I don't care. Do something. We win. Simple. If you don't like it, I also like Baz, but those are the 2 plays I would take. Next. Game 4 is going to be KC at the Yankees. And we can see it is 140 for New York with a 9 total. Let's look at some records real quick. 8-8, 5-7. You can see how they've been recently. Let's go over to who's pitching. Who's pitching is going to be Lugo and Carrasco. And we go over to the props. Let's pull them up. History. KC versus Carrasco. There's your history. 400, 500. Very few at bats. Not much, but we do have some home runs. A few home runs for KC out there. Witt's 2 for 3 with a home run. That's cool to look at. We flip to the other side. We have New York versus Lugo. Two home runs for Goldschmidt and 10 at bats. Not bad. A lot of zeros behind that. Okay, nothing's really too crazy. Hits allowed for Carrasco, 5.4 was his average last 10 hits, 4.5. He's going against KC, who is, I know the numbers are broken, but KC's one of the worst offenses in the league right now. I know this for a fact, so I'm not even about to trip on that. Strikeout wise, you don't take strikeouts against KC, Cleveland, or San Diego. KC probably could. They're 7.8 on the season, but they're 10.1 on the road. Maybe. Earned runs, he's been giving up some. He has not been good this year. 3 and 4 is not the best. Let's go see what Lugo's been up to. Strikeouts for Lugo, not the best. Earned runs, not bad. It's only 3 games. Not much data. Walks, yeah. Let's go to bats. Anything on the bats? Nothing. Oh, I guess you want to take Ben Rice hit. Hey, look, it's Goldschmidt again. Might have to go Goldie. Yeah, I think we're just going to. Goldie has good history against Lugo, and now Goldie's doing good recently too. So we're going to say Goldschmidt, SCHMIDT, over. What's that? 1.5 HR. Yeah, I like me some HR, especially 125 with a good history. Like, remember, come down. You see how he is versus Lugo. 12 at bats, 600 average, 6 hits, 2 homers, 2 RBIs, only a 16.7 K rate. Beautiful stuff. So we will take Goldie HR next. All right, next up we got Braves at Blue Jays, and it's his right there. It's a pick 'em with a 9 total, nothing crazy. Let's look at the records. 4 and 11 for Atlanta. Good job, guys. 9 and 7. Good stuff. Let's look at who's pitching. Is going to be Grant Holmes and Easton Lucas. We go to the props. Let's break these two down, shall we? Got them pulled up right here. We got Braves versus Easton. No data. Braves versus lefties. Well, there's a couple 2-3s. There's a couple high 2s. Not bad overall. We flopped the other side. Toronto versus righties. They love the righty. Look at all that green. Beautiful stuff against Grant Holmes. 1-1-1. So far, I am going to lean Toronto at home. 1, because they're better. 2, Atlanta kind of sucks. 3, the numbers back it up so far. Toronto money line is a pick 'em. Yeah, I like that. And let's look at Easton's 2 games he's had. Well, he's had no earned runs against Washington and Boston. Strikeouts, he had 8 against Boston, which we know Boston's one of those teams that strike out a ton. Hits allowed, and yeah, Easton's looks like he's pretty good. Can't complain there. Let's look at Grant. Old Grant Holmes. How many earned runs you give up? You've had 2 games too. You had 4 and 0 against Philly, so you're pretty good. Strikeout wise, not bad numbers overall. Hits wise, you're also pretty good. I think though we're going to take Toronto money line mainly because of this right here. Toronto do be loving them righties. So yeah, we'll take Toronto on the money line at -110 next. All right, Mets and Twins are up next. It is 115 Minnesota at home with a 8.5, so basically a pick 'em. Let's look at the records: 10 and 5, 5 and 11. Both have won their last game. Mets are looking better, obviously. Who's pitching is going to be Clay Holmes versus Joe Ryan. Cool props. Let's break them down, shall we? We got Mets versus righties. You can see how they did last season. We got Joe Ryan. They have 0-3, 0-3. So Joe Ryan has done well against Soto and Winkler. Not much data. Flip. Clay Holmes versus Minnesota, not much better information either. Against righties, Minnesota looks better, but I can't trust Minnesota. They're 5 and 11 for a reason. Come on, guys. Let's look at the pitchers. Joe Ryan, he's gone down. That's a clear consensus downhill trend. That ain't good. On your strikeouts, hits, not the best. Earned runs, again, you only gave up 0 to KC, but hell, KC can't score anybody right now, apparently. And then 4 against Houston, so I'm not really loving that. Let's go over here to Clay Holmes. Gave up 4 runs to Miami. But you did strike out 10 of them. That was a lot of, damn, that's a lot of strikeouts. How are the Mets doing strikeout wise? 7.3 in the season, 8.3 on, how's Minnesota doing strikeouts? 7.8 on the season, 8 at home. You need, what's your number? 4.5, that's it? That feels low. Your average is 6.67. Your 2 games, Miami. Well, both games were Miami. What the hell am I talking about? Both Miami. Maybe Miami's not good at strikeouts. Let's go to bats. Anything good here? Soto is not good last 5, but good last 10. Edward Julian, Pete Alonso just get a hit. France, Nemo's too juiced. I'm not loving this. I don't know why. I get a vibe. You know, sometimes you get a game where there's a vibe. You just don't want to touch it. This is one of those. I feel weird about it. I'm just going to pass. Let's move on to the next one. All right, we got Detroit and Milwaukee. It is Detroit 164. 7 is your total. Why, do you ask? Well, look at the records. 9 and 6, 8 and 8. Pretty good overall. But the main reason is because it is Scooby-Doo Day. It is Scooby versus Tyler Alexander. Nice. Let's break these numbers down, shall we? Matchup: Detroit versus Alexander. There's your number. There's a home run for Baez. There's a home run for Torres, but not much else there. Against lefties, you can see how Detroit has done all season. They've got some success. Funny thing is, I did the numbers. They're apparently only had 4 at-bats all season on the road against lefties. That's just fun. So this is going to be really how you see more information about them. Kind of funny that we're 15 games in. That's it. They haven't played that many road games either. So it kind of makes sense. Just got to go to the other side. Let's see. Milwaukee versus lefties. They do fairly decent. Nothing crazy. Nothing to speak out except Contreras and Haas. In Scooble, no home runs. Not much there at all. So this might be a pitching prop day. Strikeout 6.5. How are we doing? How are we doing here? Your average is 6.3. Head to head, you did have 10 when you faced them last year in June, though. That could be a play. Could be a move. Hits. Okay. Earn runs. You started with 4, then 3, then 0 against Yankees. How many Yankees did you strike out? Because Yankees only 6. That should be more. I feel that should be. You had 6 innings too. What's your pitching outs look like? You 6.1, really? That's what you're putting on? 6.1? Come on, give me an alternate line. I can't even get a real alternate line. Yeah, of course not. That'd be too easy. Let's go look at Tyler Alexander. Look at him real quick. Strikeouts, 4.5. No. Detroit is striking out a ton this year, though. That could be a play, but I can't do that. Is Detroit going to give Scooble run support is the main question. Oh my God, look at all the green. Okay, man, Scooble versus this Milwaukee offense is going to be something fun to watch. Who's going to do it? And then you got the Detroit offense, which is kind of still like Torkelson is popping off a little bit. Damn, this is good. What's the over under? 7? I don't know. I think Scooble gets a little tagged up a little bit. He's been looking kind of average so far. And how can you go against this offense? Look at this. Terang, Frelick, Churio. It's Contreras. Man, it's 4 dudes. All right. That sounds crazy. I know. And oh man. Detroit might have the best bullpen too, which is, man, can they really shut Milwaukee down? Oof. Let me go back over here to Scooby's numbers. Let's go. We got to look at something real quick. We want Milwaukee versus Scooble. Who's had success? 1 for 3, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Who's good against lefties? Contreras is good against lefties. He's real good against lefties. So is Yelich. He's good against lefties too. And so, okay, we got 3 good against lefties. And then we go back. We swap. How is they against righties? I mean. Oh, Tyler's a lefty too. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Not the best. Okay. This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna go with Contreras. Aren't you right there? Yeah, Contreras is right here. I'm gonna take Contreras. Yeah, he's been cooking recently. He has good success against Scooble. I don't want to take anything really too crazy, so we're gonna take old William. Rares over 1.5 HR. I think he can do something against Scooble. Hopefully he can just get on base and get somebody score a run, or maybe he gets 2 singles. I don't care. I'm taking this. That's when we're taking this game. I don't like anything else. Next. All right, next up we got Houston and St. Louis. We got Pick'em with a 7.5. Let's look at some records real quick. 7 and 8 for both teams. 4-6-7. Nothing really different there. Who's pitching is going to be Valdez versus Sonny Gray. And let's break those 2 down, shall we? Break them open. There we go. We got Houston versus Sonny Gray. Yeah, Sonny Gray has owned your ass a little bit, haven't they? My God, look at those K rates and everything. Beautiful. Against righties, you got Houston has been last season. I mean, these dudes are better against lefties. They love the left side. Let's flop to St. Louis now. Against lefties, St. Louis, you see the record numbers there. Against Valdez, not much data there either. Ugh, kind of disgusting. At least, ugh. Okay, anybody doing good pitching wise? 5. Houston strikes out 10.1 times on the road this year. That's interesting for Sonny Gray. 5.5 strikeouts when he's doing that much. What's your head-to-head against Houston? You never faced them. That's good news. That's good news. Good to know. I think I like me some Sonny Gray strikeouts. He even, remember, this was the first game of the season for him. He had food poisoning. He still struck out 6 against Minnesota. And then he had 9. Then he got tagged a little bit by Pittsburgh. So what's the earned runs looking like? Yeah, even against Angels, he had 5 earned runs and still got the strikeouts. So Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Sonny Gray on the strikeouts. That's just too nice. He's good at strikeouts. Houston strikes out a ton. Yeah, let's pop to the other side. A lot of Dez. Yeah, there's your numbers, earn runs, pitching out. I mean, yeah, who knows what you're gonna do. I'm taking Sonny Gray, but I'll show everything else. Here are the man, 100. How much you playing? That's a question I need to know. Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing? How much? You're the bottom. You're usually the bottom line. Who is you? How much do you play? You've played. You don't get many. Okay, your play appearances are pathetic. I can't. I can't. You're doing good with what you get, but nah, we're going Sonny Gray. 5.5 strikeouts next. Cubs and Padres are up next, and it is a 155 for San Diego, 7.5. Look at ye old spreadsheet. Cubs 1-2, San Diego's 1-4. Yeah, Cubs, yeah, stomped this weekend. So 11-7, 13-3, good stuff. Who's pitching today? This is a good matchup. Talia and Cease. Nice. Let's look at those two closer, shall we? It would help if I already had them open, which I do not. Then the sad news about the Cubs, Steele's out for the season. Man, we were 3-1 fading that guy, and then he had to go and he had to have elbow surgery. Shame. So he's done for the season. So that's a blow for the Cubs because he wasn't going to be bad all season. He was going to get better, but at the start of the season he was terrible. So we were 3-1, profiting off his earned runs over. So of course the first two games he faced the Dodgers, so that doesn't help either. So let's see, Cubs versus Cease. Oh my God. It's Cubs, what are you doing, guys? You are not good against Dylan. Against righties, you can see the numbers there. Flop. Against righties, you see San Diego loves them a righty. And then against Italian, you can see, oh no, 545 for Iglesias, 667, 375, 444 for Hayward. San Diego is way better than the Cubs. The Cubs against Cease. Okay, yeah, this I see why it's San Diego money line. It's yeah, hits allowed. Yeah, he got roughed up against the Athletics of all teams, believe it or not, because I don't know how they roughed him up. So let's look at the bats. Anybody stand out over here? Tatis, Hayward, Machado, of course. I think we're just going to keep it simple. We're going to San Diego money line. They're at home. Their Cease is pitching great. Cubs struggle against them. They love them some righties. Yeah, so I'm going to say Padres 155 on the money line. Next. All right, game 10, Colorado and the Doyas. All right, 335. Here we go. Dodgers at home against Colorado. Colorado's 3-12. Come on. I mean, look at the spreadsheet. Look at the numbers. 3-12. They lost 3 in a row. 2-8 last 10. They're 11-6. They have the talent. They have a person that's pretty good that I'm surprised they haven't traded yet. Other than that, it's Colorado. So let's look at the who's pitching. It's going to be Santazelia versus Dustin May. Okay, probably not much in the prop market here on the pitcher side, but hey, whatever. Look, yeah, look, there's not much here. It's pretty barren wasteland. Let's open it up though. Colorado versus May. We got a 1-for-4 and 0-for-2 against righties. You see how Colorado did last year. Not the best. There against Colorado. Come on, don't be surprised. Dodgers versus righties. You can see much better overall, but still some red. And against Cincinnati, you can see the numbers there. 556 with 2 home runs, 444 with a home run, 450 with 2 home runs. I mean, pick your poison. Who do you want to take? You want to take Hernandez? You want to take Mookie? You want to take Conforto? You want to take Ohtani, who's 600 but nothing so far? You have options here. So I think, if anything, we're going to fade the pitcher. So Dustin May, I'll show you your stuff real quick. Don't really care about you. So goodbye, good sir. Gone. You earn runs. You did great in your first 2 games against Tampa and Philly, but then you got exposed by Milwaukee, who's a good team. I think the Dodgers are going to use this as a game to get back right. They've lost 2 now. I don't see them losing again, but I'm not taking that damn 335 money line. You lost your mind. Give me them earned runs. What is this, 2.5? Yeah, I'm taking Santazea 2.5 earned runs, mainly because of the history that he has versus the Dodgers Peltiers. Look at that. It's hard to not just crush. One of these dudes is going to hit a home run probably, if I had to assume. Not a clue who though. So, but I'm going to take you over earned runs. Let's look at bats too over here. Yeah, nothing really good. Maybe Farmer hits, but nothing's looking good. So yeah. Yep, there's the play. Over 2.5, and we're going to end it right there. Let's go to the schedule. Tomorrow is Tuesday, isn't it? Everyone's playing tomorrow. Yay. I'm going to try to have this broken-ass spreadsheet back to working. I broke so many things yesterday. I spent so many hours this weekend working on it, too, and it just, nope. So, anyways. Yeah, whatever. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll break down the games tomorrow. If we gotta do it like we've been doing it, whatever. We'll make it work. It's so. I appreciate being here. Drop, like, subscribe. Go check out the HQ if you want the place. Since you at least that typed out will always work. Other than that, I appreciate being here, and we'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday for some more MLB. Peace.